Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Wednesday, June the 18th of 2025. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines tonight, from sight to insight, local man's inspiring story of resilience and determination. Rita Commission celebrates 100th birthday, and the Ministry of Agriculture launches 2025 plant distribution season with over 67,000 plants available. In regional news, Usain Bolt named Guinness World Records icon, while internationally, Iran's supreme leader issues stark warning to the U.S. Coming up in sports, Grenada in early preparation to defend its Windward Island School Games title. We'll have all the details for you right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Sand mining in Carriacou has sparked environmental concerns, triggering the call for stiffer penalties for perpetrators. Large sections of beaches and coastal dunes in Carriacou are being stripped away, not by the sea, but by human hands. Christina John filed this report.
A growing environmental crisis is unfolding on the sister isle of Carriacou. Environmental advocates are sounding the alarm, warning that the damage may soon be irreversible if urgent action is not taken. Devon Baker, Director of Technical Services in the Ministry of Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs, believes stiffer penalties should be imposed on those involved in the act, as such practice poses significant threat to ecosystems and coastal areas. The environmental impacts of sand mining are far-reaching, including coastal erosion, loss of land, and increased vulnerability of flooding and storm surges. In an exclusive interview with GBN, Devon Baker expressed deep concern over the practice in Carriacou.
An area that is highly sensitive. It is a protected area. So regardless, mining is not supposed to happen, but we understand there's a construction boom, but still people are using the opportunity to come in here. And if you look around, you can see a lot of impressions where people remove sand. And this beach is a beach that has been heavily eroded prior to the storm. It's a beach that has been, a project has been initiated on this beach under the Green Climate Fund to the EDA in the Ministry of Climate Resilience, where we're going to look at restoring the beach, providing some extra protection. And while we're trying to do that, people are still coming in and removing the sand, which really doesn't make sense if you see the beach going away. It's already disappearing. So you really need to protect it and not take the sand away. And we need to see that some form of enforcement of the law is effective in this area so that sand mining is not a daily occurrence as it seems to be right.
With nearby communities now more exposed to the effects of climate change, including rising sea levels and increasingly intense storms, the illegal practice of sand mining could exacerbate their vulnerability. Despite a ban on sand mining in some areas, reports suggest that illegal or poorly regulated unregulated extraction continues, driven by the demand for construction projects on Caracou, especially now with the rebuilding efforts following the passage of Hurricane Beryl. Baker urged caution, saying that the materials used for construction may not be the safest alternative.
Right, so the people need to understand as well that this is a detriment to you. Sand for construction, which sand for construction is not the most efficient thing. You put yourself at risk, you invest at that risk at the same time, so it's a waste of money. So the people need to kind of own the landscape and try as much as they can to protect it and to protect themselves.
Christina John, GBN News.
The St. Patrick Environmental and Community Tourism Organization, SPECTO, has announced the immediate suspension of its turtle watching tours for the remainder of the 2025 nesting season. The decision was prompted by a significant decline in the number of female leatherback turtles coming ashore to nest at Livera Beach. According to SPECTO, the sharp decline in nesting activity has impacted the consistency and quality of the tours, making it difficult to guarantee a satisfactory experience for visitors. The suspension of tours is a setback for the local community, as the turtle watching experience is a popular attraction that supports livelihoods and promotes ecotourism. Although tours have been suspended, Livera Beach remains a protected area during turtle nesting season, with unauthorized access strictly prohibited to safeguard the turtles and their habitat. SPECTO has extended gratitude to visitors, volunteers, and community members for their support and has pledged to continue its conservation efforts, providing updates as more information becomes available. Today, we bring you the inspirational story of Dean Brown, a local man who didn't let vision loss define his future. Christina John has that story.
At first glance, one would not believe the man behind the counter at this small snacket represents a story of resilience, determination, and the will to adapt. Once fully sighted, Dean Brown is now visually impaired, but that has not stopped him from operating a small business while navigating his way through life.
No, I wasn't born blind, but for Ivan, I was doing a little walk by my aunt's house, and I get a lash in my eye with a wall nail head. The head broke and hit the wall and come back in the left eye. So what happened is, due to time passes, I went to the hospital and I went to see the eye specialist. But then they weren't trying to get rid of the problem, they were treating it. So as time progresses, the left eye get blind, and then the pressure from the left went to the right. So I ended up visionary impaired.
Brown shared with GBN how he keeps occupied during the day and what inspired him to keep doing what he does.
You see, it's not really my personal business, but I just be here with a lady. So normally what has happened is she sells food while I'm here. She goes sells food, and when she's done, she come back. But what inspired me to be doing this is I used to live down the road, lower down the road there, and I used to come up and she used to be here, but you didn't have this. So she used to be on some tables doing like stuff, and I used to be around. So then I started helping her and stuff. I started to get to know what is a Guinness. I mightn't tell you what's a Stag or a Car bottle. I could tell you what's a Coca-Cola bottle. I might tell you what's a ginger ale or red or grape Fanta. So, I could tell you what's a Heineken. I could tell you what's a bottle of water. I could tell you what's a $5, $10, $20, $50, and $100. Because I bring on the money, and she had inspired me, and as time progresses, I get to know the price of goods and stuff. I know some of the canned stuff. I know some of the biscuits, because some of them is different size and shape, and yeah.
Instead of retreating from the life he loved, he found new ways to engage with it. Brown said his situation has taught him a lot about himself and his other senses.
Being visually impaired taught me a lot, sit down and do a little self-searching and thing and try to use my rest of senses to the best of my ability. Like I have other senses that are increased and it could be used, because I do a lot of stuff. Sometimes if my step is a little bushy, I will take a cutlass and sharpen it and clean down my step. If I need to pong a nail, I could do that. I wash for myself, I just wash clothes and stuff. I could wash, I could cook. I just using the rest of senses to the best of my ability. That's to tell you how unique God make us. See, that's a good question too, because while the site went gradually, I started adopting or training myself to use a cane, to light the stove, to measure water in the pot, to measure the rice, the salt, And as time progresses, I learned to do a lot of stuff.
From sight to insight, Dean's story reminds us all that losing one sense doesn't mean losing your sense of purpose.
How about challenge, a physical challenge? Being visually impaired, being amputated, being have one hand. Now you have to look within yourself and try to know your strength, where you're weak, where you're strong, and where you could use yourself wisely. Because sometimes it gets bored here for me, but I just sit down and I say, well, God is good. I have life. I can't see, but I'm trying my best to do something here. And so that helps us during the day sometimes, make me feel strong. And not only that, you have people that come from all over St. Patrick's, and when they come and they realize they're blind, they say, what? They just ball. You had a guy from Jamaica, YouTuber, come and put it on YouTube and all kind of thing, So sometimes that has encouraged me more, because I'm looking for people to come and say hello or hi or whatever. Oh, that's Dean, yeah, that makes me feel good. And to encourage people living like me is, I tell you, just be smart. Use your head, but you must pray and ask God for strength, because during the day, without God, you won't know how to use the rest of your ability.
Christina John, GBN News.
So wonderful. And now another heartwarming story. A cherished resident of Spring St. George reached the remarkable age of 100 on Tuesday. Beverly Telesford reports.
Surrounded by relatives, friends, and an outpouring of community support, Rita Kamjong celebrated 100 years with a heart full of gratitude. The centenarian's home was filled with laughter, food, and music, as well-wishers gathered to honor a remarkable life that has touched many. Born in 1925, Rita Kamjong has lived through some of the most defining moments in Grenadian history, from the devastation of hurricanes to the revolution. Through all the changes, she remained committed to serving others, particularly through education and her church.
Well, I've spent a lot of that, most of my time in Grenada. I was born in Trinidad. I lived 31 years in Trinidad and about 68 years in Grenada, which I thought was going to be very quiet, but it's a very eventful place. I've seen 4 hurricanes, an uprising, an overthrow, a revolution, all sorts of excitement.
Her years as a teacher at the Westmoreland Secondary School left a lasting impression on students and colleagues alike. Her celebration started with a tribute at the school. When asked about the secret to her longevity, Kamjong offered a humble response.
I have no secret. Everything in my life is the work of God. I have no idea. No idea at all. All I can say is God's work.
Faith, she emphasized, has been her anchor.
There is no one advice that can suit everyone. Everyone has to look to their own heart and their own mind and to the Creator for guidance.
The Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs was among those represented at the celebration, commending Kamjong for her contributions to nation building and for serving as a beacon of inspiration to younger generations. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Congratulations, Ms. Kamjong. This is news at 7. Coming up, OECS Assembly opposition leaders call for unity and collaboration. Stay with us.
Take charge of your financial journey by switching to an Own Your Own loan at Ariza Credit Union. Ariza's Own Your Own loan is as unique as you are, because we know one size fits all does not fit you. With Own Your Own loan, you get unmatched benefits including lower interest rates, flexible repayment options, discounted loan and legal fees, and savings from hardware suppliers. Tailor-made options that put you in control. Switch now and step into the life you were always meant to live with Ariza's Own Your Own loan. Ariza Credit Union. your financial freedom, your future. Call us today at 440-1759 or visit our website at arisescu.com.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Climate change is real. Storms are getting stronger and droughts are lasting longer. Are you prepared for what's ahead? At Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited, we want to help you protect your investments. Build for the future with a BFF loan. Make climate-smart upgrades and strengthen your home to withstand nature's unpredictability. Get 100% financing to build or purchase a home or make additions to your existing structure. Enjoy discounts on related loan fees and special benefits when you choose climate-resilient solutions. We are also offering financing of up to $50,000 unsecured for your home upgrades. Invest in renewable energy, energy-efficient appliances, water storage, and so much more. The time is now to ensure your investments can withstand climate change. Invest in your home, protect your family, and secure your future with a BFF loan. You have a BFF in Coop Bank. Visit our website for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Home is easy, easy with Republic Bank. Are you dreaming of owning your own home? With Republic Bank's Home Easy Loan, you're one step closer to making that dream a reality. With competitive rates, reduced fees, and up to 100% financing, Republic Bank makes owning your home simple and stress-free. Start your journey to independence, empowerment, and the joy of home ownership today.
Republic Bank, we're bringing home to you. Home easy. It's not just a mortgage, it's peace of mind.
Terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. Opposition leader Emmeline Pierre is appealing for unity within the Organization of the Eastern Caribbean States. During her address to the 7th sitting of the OECS Assembly on Tuesday, Pierre called for collaboration between governments and opposition parties, especially on critical issues that are considered important for survival. She reiterated that the opposition party in Grenada is prepared to work with government to achieve OECS goals.
For us as an opposition in Grenada, we stand ready and committed. There's reference to the establishment of a working group. Let me say here, we endorse this. We are prepared to support it. We are prepared to have representation through whatever form that is possible. But, Madam Speaker, establishing working groups and committees should not be a stop point. We must have a serious mechanism for monitoring, for evaluating, for assessing, for providing of support and feedback. And again, I want to make the point that we stand ready to work with all and sundry, whether it's at the local level, at OECS level, to ensure that all of those things that we consider to be so critical, so important, that we are prepared to put the work in, the support in, but there must be sufficient opportunity for dialogue and consultation and equal engagement of opposition and government in the process.
Youth and Sports Minister Ron Redhead shared similar sentiments, urging the government and opposition members to uphold their promises of collaboration when they return to their respective countries.
This is not representative of the government of Grenada, but this is my own view on the question of our system and the Westminster system. I believe that we need to start planning and focusing on a Caribbean system, which is going to help fix all of these discrepancies, and where, when we leave here, we talk eloquent, but when we go back home, is knife and cutlass and crab in barrel behavior that we go in and promote. And as Caribbean people, we need to stop that. So I think Honorable Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is a lover of history. And I think today in particular may be a historical point where we begin to turn the chapter for the OECS and certainly the wider CARICOM to ensure that we do not just talk unity, but we implement it, and we have a mechanism to make it functional for all of us.
The Grenada delegation attending the OECS Assembly was comprised of Minister Redhead, Attorney General Claudette Joseph, Ambassador to the OECS Aaron Moses, representing government, and Opposition Leader Emmeline Pierre, and Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Northeast, Kate Skeeter-Lewis, representing the opposition. No telecommunications service and no electricity. One vendor at the Concord waterfall is calling on the relevant authority to look into the matter.
Concerns are being raised over the lack of telecommunication services and electricity at Concord Waterfalls, one of Grenada's most scenic natural attractions, drawing both locals and tourists to its lush trails and refreshing cascades. But beneath its natural beauty lies serious concerns. With no access to electricity and zero telecommunication service in the area, safety and emergency response are being put at risk. Shamali Hines, who operates a small business at the Concord Falls, says the closest point where communication can be established is about 1.5 miles off the main road.
We have no access to Wi-Fi or to any communication at this point. There was a couple years ago we had landline situated here, but some of the poles, I think one or two of the poles got rotted out, and the company responsible, they must have taken out the rest, and they said that they was going to return the service, and we're still waiting. Nothing has been done up to this point. If something happens here, in case of an emergency, we have to go all the way down to the bottom to get a phone call or get the police or make contact with anybody away from here. No Digicel, no flow, no Wi-Fi, no anything, no electricity, nothing.
The most recent drowning incident at Concord Waterfalls occurred on March 8th, when a 46-year-old U.S. citizen was found dead after being reported missing while swimming. In previous years, two St. George's residents also drowned while swimming at the falls.
The recent incident that happened here, that is not the first, it would not be the last. Several incidents happened here before, and it's still the same thing. We would have to go down to the bottom to make contact with anybody once an emergency happens here.
Hines cites the loss of business as another disadvantage, especially when visitors attempt to purchase keepsakes and cannot do so once cash is not the mode of payment.
This is in this modern day and age, there isn't even any electricity. We lose a lot of business here as well because we have no electricity, and persons come now, people walk is scared. That's ruling the world presently, and some people don't have cash, and we lose a lot of sale because of that too.
She said they've had to resort to other alternatives to facilitate business.
We have invested in the solar lights for our private use here because when rain falls, when it's cloudy outside, inside the building is pretty dark. So we had to come up with a solution to light up the place when visitors come so that they could see what we have to offer.
Christina John, GBN News.
A major regional training initiative focused on improving healthcare delivery for non-communicable diseases is currently underway in Grenada. Organized by the Pan American Health Organization and the Ministry of Health, the workshop brings together health experts from across the Eastern Caribbean. Here's more from our reporter, Rena Pierre-Thomas.
The 3-day hybrid training workshop led by the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, in collaboration with Grenada's Ministry of Health, aims to strengthen regional health systems in managing non-communicable diseases, or NCDs. The workshop, part of PAHO's Cooperation Among Countries for Health Development CCHD initiative, is focused on two major components: equity gap analysis, social determinants of health and intersectionality, and the scoping and capacity Capacity Building for Human Resources for Health, HRH Planning. The session is being facilitated by Dr. Taralyn Malcolm, PAHO's advisor for NCDs and Mental Health, Barbados and Eastern Caribbean.
So this workshop is looking at the social determinants, intersectionality, equity, and how those impact on NCD. We have been focusing a lot on having intervention targeting to be able to identify persons who have these conditions very early and for them to get treatment. However, from within health, we tend to focus on ensuring that these services are available, but not looking at the fact that these other factors, as I mentioned, person's income, person's ability to get transportation, may not be there.
Dr. Malcolm highlighted the expected outcome of the workshop.
So the expectation is that after this workshop, they will go to their respective countries, and as they develop health programs and intervention, this is done within the context of all these other factors, not just to assume that because you have your polyclinic or your health center within 10 kilometers of where someone lives means that persons are going to access it. So it is taking the lessons learned from here to see how they can incorporate that into their program as they plan their different health program within their respective countries.
Over 50 high-level health professionals from Grenada and other OECS territories are participating in this week's training session.
Participants, we have permanent secretaries from the Ministry of Health, we have chief medical officers, we have health planners, we have NCD focal points, human resources for health focal points. So we have from Antigua and Barbuda, from Grenada, from St. Lucia, from Dominicus, from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and St. Kitts and Nevis. I hope I didn't leave any country out. We have Montserrat as well and Anguilla. So we do have for all the OECS countries. Beyond the workshop, there are definitely work that we intend to continue with the countries. So this is the first in many to come.
The training concludes on Friday, June 21st, with participants expected to leave with new insights and plans to enhance healthcare systems across the region. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Coming up, Ministry of Agriculture launches 2025 plant distribution season with over 67,000 plants available. Stay with us.
The Mass officially starts now as Spice Mass Cooperation together with Aura Caribbean is turning up the thing all the way up with Carnival City Fusion Thursdays. It all kicks off on Thursday, May 29th and continues every Thursday into June. We're bringing the vibes to the Port Louis lawn. Gates open 7 p.m. Action starts 8 p.m. Get ready for live performances from your favorite soca, groovy and calypso artists, plus the sweet sounds of steel band, live bands, and all the mass elements you love. Veko, Jab Jab, Short Knee, Moko Jumbi, Apache, and more. It's more than a line. It's a whole carnival experience. So grab your crew, bring the energy, and come let's celebrate where culture meets pure excitement. Carnival City Fusion Thursdays, Port Louis Lawn, beginning May 29th and continues every Thursday into June. Come, let's play a mass, cause the thing starts.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinaire Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
understand that, but yeah, dog, so no, fully 1 week. Nah, telling you. You them boss dragon. Hello. You see that? About 10 that them man make hard on them man. Me a 38 man. But you are 92. Yeah. You need the number one run, man. That is it. No what? Nice. Yeah. Number one. Yeah, me too.
Whether sipped neat, mixed into a classic cocktail, or savored on the rocks, our rum delivers a taste that captivates and satisfies. Choose greatness. Choose Classcoat, the number one rum. Produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up several notches, but the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Farmers and other farming enthusiasts can now purchase plants as the Ministry of Agriculture has officially opened its 2025 plant distribution season. Our reporter, Rena Pierre-Thomas, brings us the highlights from the launch held earlier today in St. Andrew.
Over 67,000 plants are now available as the Ministry of Agriculture kicked off its 2025 plant distribution season. The plants propagated by the ministry's 4 stations, Ashendane, Maribo, Bolong, and Maron, include a wide range of fruit trees, tree crops, and ornamentals and spices. Dr. Alison Hines, Chief Agronomist, explained that despite the challenges posed by Hurricane Beryl, all 4 propagation stations exceeded their targets for this year.
This year, a total of 77,587 plants were produced by the 4 propagation stations. 16,242 plants more than the targeted 61,345 plants. This is testament of our resilience. It is testament of the hard work and dedication of our workers and the commitment of the Ministry of Agriculture to agricultural development, enhancing food and nutrition security, and improving our service.
Plants available included 6,572 spice plants and over 700 tissue cultured bananas and plantains. This year's offering represents a key component of the new spice replanting program led in partnership with the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, GCNA. The initiative also seeks to involve schools in replanting efforts aiming to restore up to 50 acres of spices.
On behalf of the Forestry Division, I am pleased to announce that the department has approximately 500 plants available for sale this year during the distribution period. The plant species available include Christmas tree, mahogany, ilang ilang, yellow pui, bobonde, puadu, manila, also known as Christmas palm, almonds, sea grapes, and kola nut. All these plants produced by the Forestry Department are sold at $5 per plant, except for the Christmas tree that is sold for $10 a plant. The plants can be ordered by contacting the Forestry Department on 440-2934.
The sale of plants began today, June 18th, for pre-approved farmers, while members of the general public can begin purchasing plants from Monday, June 23rd.
For the first 2 days, that's Wednesday 18th and Friday 20th, given that Thursday is a holiday, plants would be sold only to farmers approved for plants by the Extension Division of the Ministry of Agriculture, the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, and the Cocoa Association on Wednesday and Friday. From Monday, June 23rd and onwards, sale of plants will be open to the public.
The ministry is encouraging all interested farmers and backyard gardeners to take advantage of the available planting materials as part of the nation's efforts to boost agricultural resilience and food security. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
The Investment Migration Agency Grenada, IMA Grenada, donated 12 new computers to 2 key institutions serving youth and families. 6 computers were presented to the Grandans Social Development Center and 6 to the Child Protection Authority. Principal Sister Allison Mitchell thanked IMA Grenada, stating the computers will aid in the development of young ladies. Dr. Lenice Paul, Managing Director of the Child Protection Authority, said the donation will help digitize their cases and achieve their goal of going paperless. IMA Grenada's Marketing and Communications Officer, Rhea Burke, stated that the donation reflects the agency's commitment to sustainable national development and youth development. The agency aims to create safe and opportunity-rich environments for Grenada's future generations. Stay with us. We're going to have sports and international news right after the break.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grandans, Victoria Street, Brentwood, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Oh, it happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Good evening. evening, sports fans. On Friday, the 20th of June, the Paris Diamond League will host a slew of the best track and field athletes on the planet, including our very own Anderson Peters. It will be the first major international athletics competition to take place on French soil since the last Olympic Games. The Paris Diamond League represents the midway point in the season calendar, and the athletes competing will be eager to show they're in the type of form required to battle for this year's biggest prizes, including the titles of world champion that will be decided in September in Tokyo. For many of those returning to Paris, the memories of their success last year in the Stade de France will be fresh in their minds as they look forward to shining again in front of the Parisian crowds. Peters won the bronze medal in the javelin throw at the 2024 Paris Olympics. He achieved a distance of 88.54 meters in the final. Others, however, will look to put Olympic disappointment behind them as they work towards fresh dreams and goals in 2025. Grenada has started preparation for the 2025 edition of the Windward Island School Games. The meet is set for St. Vincent and the Grenadines from July the 22nd to August the 3rd. A pre-selected squad is already in training, from which a squad of 62, along with officials, will be selected. Sponsored by Canadian Banknote and Windward Island Lotteries, the decades-old Windward Island School Games are arguably the oldest school games in the world, having started in about 1912. This year's games will feature competition in track and field, netball, football, volleyball, and basketball amongst competitors from the 4 island squads. The Windward Island Schools Games is a significant annual multi-sport event that brings together student athletes from Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The games are intended to foster camaraderie among the athletes and encourage the development of their athletic talents. The games will run from July the 26th to August the 3rd. Grenada are the defending champions. The Thunder will have their first chance to win an NBA championship since they moved to Oklahoma City on Thursday night. They have taken a 3-2 lead going into Game 6 of the NBA Finals against the Indiana Pacers. After the Pacers took a shocking 2-1 lead, the Thunder have rallied back to win the last 2 games in the series. Oklahoma City forward Jalen Williams won the star in Game 5, scoring 40 points in a win. While the Thunder will seek to win an NBA championship for the first time since they moved to Oklahoma City, for the Pacers, the assignment is clear: force a Game 7. And that's what's been happening in sports. Now for a look at what's been happening around the region and around the globe. On Wednesday, the world's fastest man, Usain Bolt, was officially named a Guinness World Records icon in celebration of their 70th anniversary. The Guinness World Records icons list highlights the incredible people and moments who shape the world we live in today. Bolt joins other well-decorated athletes, including LeBron James, Cristiano Ronaldo, Zion Clark, Laura Biondo, and Simone Biles. Editor-in-Chief Craig Glenday made the presentation to the track legend. He said, "Finally getting all the certificates, which are going to look really good in my house, so I'm happy to be an icon. Everybody can be a part of this book. Get the book, go through it, see what you can do, see the possibilities, and just try it, because the possibilities are endless," Bolt said. The UN nuclear watchdog warns of possible chemical contamination and radiation at Iran's Natanz nuclear facility. An urgent meeting is being held in Vienna to discuss the issue. The agency believes radiation can be controlled with proper management. Israel has carried out several attacks on Natanz. Fortunately, no elevated radiation has been detected off-site. The Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency urges calm, calling for both sides to reduce tensions.
A stark warning from Iran's supreme leader. Ayatollah Khamenei has warned any U.S. strikes will have serious consequences.
The President of the United States, in unacceptable remarks, explicitly calls on the Iranian nation to surrender. But we say to him, first, make threats to those who are afraid of them. Threats have never influenced the behavior or thinking of the Iranian people. Second, telling the Iranian nation to surrender is not a rational statement. Wise individuals who are familiar with the Iranian people and their history would never utter such words, because the Iranian nation is not one that surrenders and will never submit to anyone's aggression.
Iranian air defenses are still active, despite Israeli and U.S. claims of total control over the sky. And there's been no let-up in the attacks on Iran. There have been explosions in Tehran and neighboring Karaj. The Israeli military conducted a series of strikes in the Iranian capital against what it calls a centrifuge production site and several weapons depots. Israel has killed at least 240 Iranians since Friday. Day 6 of air raid sirens across Tel Aviv. Israeli media says at least 20 Iranian missiles were launched. One landed in central Israel. Firefighters tried to control the ensuing fire, which engulfed several cars. At least 24 Israelis have been killed since Friday. Multiple missiles were intercepted, but because of military censorship, the damage in Israel is not clear. According to available open-source information, Iran has targeted multiple sensitive locations across Israel in its recent attacks. In Tel Aviv, missiles landed just a few hundred meters from the Defense Ministry headquarters, while another strike south of Tel Aviv hit the Weizmann Institute of Science. It's a top research center that's reported to have worked with the Israeli army. Several neighborhoods of the city have also come under fire. Missiles hit residential buildings in Ramat Gan and Petah Tikva. They also destroyed a school in Bnei Brak and killed at least 9 people in Bat Yam. In the north of Israel, a missile struck Haifa's oil refinery, forcing operations to shut down. Haifa was hit again soon after, with homes damaged in the Neve Sha'anan neighborhood. And the only man who is seen to be able to stop Israeli attacks is increasingly poised to get militarily involved. Donald Trump has called for an unconditional Iranian surrender. The U.S. president says, "We now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran. Iran had good sky trackers and other equipment, but it doesn't compare to American-made, conceived and manufactured stuff," adding that nobody does it better than the good old USA. And as the American and Israeli war rhetoric escalates, the entire region is being pushed to war.
I do believe that someone like Iran's supreme leader, at his age, and given that he has spent a lifetime resisting U.S. pressure, prefers to go down fighting rather than surrendering. And so the risk is that with the Islamic Republic going down, it would try to bring the entire region down with it. And so the risk of a regional conflagration now is higher than ever before.
There are unprecedented scenes of destruction after Israel decided to attack Iran. And as the attacks continue by both sides, Iran's Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei says Iran will show Israel, quote, no mercy. Sama Bijaved, Al Jazeera.
That's what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. Now for a recap of the night's top stories. From sight to insight, local man's inspiring story of resilience and determination. Rita Kamishong celebrates 100th birthday. Ministry of Agriculture launches 2025 plant distribution season with over 67,000 plants available. In regional news, Usain Bolt named Guinness World Records icon, while internationally, Iran's supreme leader issues stark warning to the U.S. In sports, Grenada in early preparation to defend its Windward Island School Games title. If you missed any part of this newscast, there'll be a repeat broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Have a good evening.